Thank you. If you've been following me on this channel, you know we're here talking about how you can receive more of what you want. And I'm really passionate about that. And today I'm going to share with you how to overcome the number one biggest challenge that we have in receiving more of what we want and more of what you want, more importantly. If you followed me over on social media at Healing Activator, you know, or you may know, that was the number one biggest challenge I had. And I want to share it with you here, and I'm going to teach you the 3 steps that you can use now to overcome that challenge. So stick with me. And if the number one challenge and problem that we have in receiving is this: not knowing what you want. And I know for some of you that may sound obvious, but for many, we didn't know what we wanted. You may not know what you wanted. I certainly, took me many, many decades to realize I didn't know what I wanted, because I grew up thinking 3 things. If I knew what my dad wanted, we would all be safe. If I knew what my mother wanted, she wouldn't leave again. And if I knew what my brothers wanted, everything would be peace and calm. So I paid attention, a lot of attention, to what other people wanted. And it wasn't until many, many years later, many years later, that I realized what it was I wanted. And I had been signing my letters to my email letters and things as with peace, health, harmony, and laughter. And that's what I've always wanted. Right? And then I had to realize, right, why it is I didn't know what I wanted. And then here's the 3 steps that you can use, as I did, to get more of what I wanted, to receive more of what I wanted. And I've been receiving more of what I wanted for a very long time, and I want that for you. So I'm here to tell you that you can do it with these 3 easy steps. And the first one is decide that you're ready to understand, decide that what you think matters more than what anybody else thinks. You gotta decide. You gotta decide and say, hey, what I think matters more than what anybody else thinks. If you had a situation like I did, you can understand why it was important to kind of, be thinking about, what are other people thinking? What is this person thinking? What is that person thinking? But as soon as you decide that what you think matters more than what anybody else thinks, you're going to be on the other side of it and starting to unpack and uncover what it is that you really, really want. So that's number 1. Number 2 is declare what you want. Yes, go ahead and declare it. Say, I want it, right? And just start with everyday little things. Start with what you want physically, what you want materially. Oh, I want a cup of coffee. Oh, I want a cup of tea. Oh, I want to go outside and take a walk, right? And start allowing yourself to just really be in that energy of declaring, I want. Yes, I'm allowed to want. Like, for many, that could be a huge thing. I know it was for me. I remember when I was becoming an entrepreneur and stepping out of my professional life as a nurse and then my professional life as a stay-at-home mother, somebody gave me a book about using your gifts, talents, to do what you want in this world. And I'm like, oh my God, you mean I'm allowed to want something for me? It was like eye-opening. So declaring what you want. What do you want emotionally? How do you want to feel? Declaring what you want physically. How do you want to feel in your body? How do you want to look in your body? Declaring what you want spiritually. How do you want to be in this world with yourself and others, right? Declare it. So number 1 is decide that what you think matters most. Number 2, declare what you want. And then number 3, pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. How you feel matters more than what anybody else feels. Paying attention to how you feel will give you a clue as if you are on the path to what you want, or if you are off the path to what you want, right? So being able to do these 3 steps and lean into them more consciously and more aware will help you overcome the challenge of not knowing what you want. Because once you know what you want, right? And we don't have those feelings of I'm not allowed to want it, or it's not safe to want it, or what will someone think of me? When all that stuff is gone, then you start seeing what you want show up, and you start to be able to receive what you want. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and I have more to share, of course, because I love my hashtag Sharon Shares, right? To help you receive more of what you want. And I want you to overcome that number one challenge, which was to know what you want. And I hope this is helpful.